Let's continue on with verse 12 of Ephesians 6. The next section reads, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Rulers mean an epithet of Satan, that is, a characteristic of Satan. Darkness means shadiness, obscurity. Obscurity in the dictionary means absence of light, the quality or instance of being imperfectly known or difficult to understand. This, in the Greek concordance, means from or concerning this thing, thing being the world. What is interesting about the Greek word for world is that it is specifically a messianic period. This era is the last days church. This is a period when the Messiah is to appear. Spiritual in the Greek concordance means non-carnal. Another word for non-carnal is humanly ethereal, that is, coming from another world, or demonically, a spirit, or divinely, supernatural, religious, spiritual. In my opinion, this could be a demon, or it could be a human being influenced by a demon. Wickedness in the Greek concordance means depravity, specifically malice, concretely plots sins, iniquity. Concretely means a specific thing or instance. This means these plots are planned. But the question is, who sins? Humans sin, not demons. Demons tempt man to sin. High in the Greek concordance means above the sky, celestial. Places mean universally, on all places. This to me confirms what I stated earlier about spiritual being humans demonically influenced. Does this type of ruler represent God's law? No, he does not. This ruler is contrary to God's law, and yet the civil authorities promise to obey God's law. This is explained in Publius Hulda's blog at publiushulda.wordpress.com. In 2 Kings 23, 1-3, the king promises to obey God's law and to apply it in the kingdom. When the civil authorities violate God's law, we must rebuke them. 1 Samuel 13, 10-14, 2 Samuel 12, 1 Kings 13. Some 237 years ago, our pastors were leaders in bringing about our revolution. They understood that the English king and parliament were imposing tyranny on the people in violation of God's law. Thus, the Constitution was later founded. Are pastors rebuking the officials today when they are blatantly violating God's law and saying there is no God and we no longer live in a Christian nation? The people's obligation to obey the civil authorities is conditioned upon those authorities obeying God's law. As shown by the scripture, civil government is a covenant between God, the ruler, whether that be a king or a president, and the people. God makes the laws, the ruler promises to obey and apply those laws, and the people pledge themselves to the covenant. Out of relationship between God, the ruler, and the people, it is the obligation of the people to protest lawlessness on the part of the ruler. It is the people who suffer if they don't protest unlawful acts, for God judges the people because of the misdeeds of their ruler. This is presented in 2 Samuel 21, 1 Chronicles 21, 2 Samuel 24, 1 Kings 16, 29 through 33, 1 Kings 17, 1, 1 Kings 18, 1, 18, 17 through 19, 2 Chronicles 21, 1 through 14, 2 Kings 21, 10 through 17. We must protest unlawful acts when our governmental authorities step outside of their enumerated power, for those laws are no law at all but are void, and we have no obligation to comply.